Welcome to Radiate, the authentic style podcast where confidence meets color and beauty begins with authenticity. I'm Kathy McKenzie, and this season we're going beyond the palette, exploring how the colors you wear can awaken the woman you were always meant to be. Because your best look isn't about keeping up, it's about showing up in full color. Welcome to Radiate. Today's episode is a powerful one. We're talking about how color palette isn't just about appearance. It's a mirror for your inner essence. Because when you find your true colors, you find your power. So today we're going to talk about the search for who am I now? So many of the women I work with come to me in a season of transition. They'll say, my kids are grown. I've changed careers. My body's different. I look in the mirror, I don't recognize myself. We're talking about how your color palette is so much more than a set of swatches. It's a reflection of who you are, your essence, your energy, your truth. Because when your outer colors align with your inner self, that's when your power shows up. Color analysis isn't about rules. It's about revelation. When a woman sits in my chair, I can almost feel the shift when we find her true tones. Something clicks. She doesn't just look better, she feels recognizable. That's the magic of alignment. It's not about changing yourself, it's about coming home to yourself. Your color palette is like a mirror that says, this is how your soul speaks in color. When you wear those hues, the ones that bring your eyes to life, that make your skin glow, you step into your harmony between inner and outer, and that harmony radiates confidence. So why do so many women feel off? If you've ever stood in front of your closet and thought, why does nothing feel right anymore? You're not alone. That feeling often shows up during life transitions. Career changes, retirement, caregiving, even empty nesting. We evolve, but sometimes our wardrobes don't evolve with us. We hold on to colors that once worked or that feel safe, but no longer reflect who we've become. So what happens? We start to feel disconnected from our reflection. Our energy and our appearance, it falls out of sync. That's why finding your palette is so transformative. It's not about chasing trends. It's about reconnecting with who you are now. When your colors reflect your current energy, you stop trying to fit in. You start to stand true. One of my clients, I'll call her Elaine, she came in recently with a beautiful honesty. She said, Kathy, I don't know how to dress this version of me. She'd spent years taking care of everyone else, her kids, parents, her job, and somewhere in that, she disappeared. Sound familiar? During her color analysis, we discovered that she was an autumn, warm, gentle, and grounded. When she saw herself in muted olive and golden brown, her eyes filled with tears. She whispered, that's me. That's how I feel inside. That's the power of your palette. It's not just about looking polished. It's about being seen by yourself first. So here's what your palette reveals. Your color palette is like an emotional fingerprint, completely unique to you. It reveals more than your skin tone. It reveals your energy. Springs radiate joy and are spontaneous. Summers carry grace and tranquility. Autumns bring strength and warmth. And winters express clarity and confidence. You may find yourself drawn to colors that match your temperament or that reflect the energy you want to embody. So instead of asking, does this color flatter me? Try asking yourself, does this color feel like me? When those two align, you've found your power zone. So let's practice finding your true tone. Here's something simple that you can try this week. 1. Pull out 5 favorite pieces from your closet. Notice what they have in common: color, mood, texture. Do they feel light and airy, earthy and grounded, bold and clear? Those clues reveal your color energy. 2. Look at photos where you felt beautiful. Notice the tones you were wearing. Chances are they belong to your palette. 3. Ask yourself, who am I dressing as? Sometimes we dress for who we used to be or who we think we should be. Your palette reminds you who you really are now. That's your authentic power. Quiet, radiant, and unmistakably you. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Radiate, the Authentic Style Podcast. I hope today reminded you that your color palette isn't a limitation, it's a liberation. It's a visual reflection of your most authentic self. When you align with your true tones, you stop competing. You start connecting with yourself, your confidence, and your joy. If you're ready to discover your personal palette and see yourself in a new light, visit yourbestcolors.net to book your private consultation. Next week, we'll talk about the confident mirror, how to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion every time you get dressed. Until then, remember, your palette is your power. Wear it boldly and live it beautifully.